Hey, y'all, good morning. Oh, he looks sick. Oh, he looks sick. Hey, stop playing. Thank you, Kane Live. Let's get this party started. Yay, yay, yay. Let's get it started. Thank you. Hi, Christine.
Juror entering the courtroom.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh,
If you would all stand, raise your right hand so I can administer the oath. When I finish reading this, if you'll will respond with I do or I will. Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm to well and truly try the issues that traverse herein, joined between the state of Tennessee and the defendant Hernandez Govan upon.
Thank you.
Before we begin the trial, I would like to tell you a little bit about what will happen during the course of these proceedings. Basically, how the trial will be conducted and what the attorneys, jurors, and the judge will be doing over the course of the trial. At the end of the trial, I will give you more detailed instructions on how you are to go about reaching your decision. But now I want to explain how the trial will proceed. The defendant has been charged by the state of Tennessee with a violation of state law. The document containing the charges is referred to as an indictment. An indictment is the formal accusation charging a defendant with a crime and is not evidence of anything. The defendant has pled not guilty to these charges. He is presumed innocent and may not be found guilty by you unless, after hearing all of the evidence, attorney's arguments, and instructions of the law, the 12 jurors seated unanimously find that the state has proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt. The first step in the trial will be the attorney's opening statements. The state will tell you about the evidence it intends to present so that you will have an idea what the state's case is about. This opening statement is not evidence. Its only purpose is to help you understand what the evidence will be and what the state will attempt to prove. After the state's opening statement, the defense may make an opening statement if he so chooses. Again, statements of attorneys are not evidence. Next will be the state's case in chief, in which the state will present its evidence. The evidence in the case will most likely consist of physical exhibits, documents, and the testimony.
Ooh,
The
he
witnesses will
looked
testify
hold out.
by answering questions asked by the attorneys. After the state completes its case in chief, the defense will be given an opportunity to present evidence through witnesses and exhibits. A defendant is not required to put on any evidence or to testify. The burden is always on the state to convince you that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If the defense does present proof, the state may then put on what is known as rebuttal proof. After the state's rebuttal proof, the defense may put on further proof. After you have heard all of the evidence, the state and the defense may present final arguments. I previously told you that opening statements by the attorneys are not evidence. Likewise, closing arguments are not evidence. Likewise, in closing arguments, the parties will attempt to summarize their cases and help you understand the evidence that was presented. The final part of the trial occurs when I instruct you about the rules of law that you are to use in reaching your verdict. After you hear my instructions, I will excuse the alternate jurors, and the final 12 jurors will leave the courtroom together. You will then begin your deliberations to make a decision in the case. Your deliberations will be secret, and you will not be required to explain your verdict to anyone. Now that I have described to you in outline form the trial itself, let me explain the functions that you and I will perform during the trial. I will decide which rules of law apply to the case. My decisions will be reflected in my responses to questions and objections the attorneys raised during the trial, as well as in my final jury instructions. It is your job to determine what the facts are from the evidence. You must then apply the law in my instructions to the facts, and from that application, you will arrive at your verdict. The state has the burden of proving the guilt of the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt, and this burden remains on the state throughout the entire case. Keep in mind that the defendant is presumed to be innocent of the charges against him. Thus, a defendant is not required to prove his innocence, to have his attorney make any statements or arguments, or to produce any evidence. You as has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant has committed the crimes charged in the indictment. You must base that decision only on the evidence in the case and my instructions about the law. An important part of your job will be making judgments about the testimony of the witnesses who testify. Says, and the importance of his or her testimony. In making that decision, I suggest that you ask yourself a few questions. Did the person impress you as honest?
Hello.
Did he or
90190.
she have any particular reason not to tell the truth?
Vera.
Did he or she have a personal interest in the outcome of the case? Did the witness seem to have a memory of the events he or she testified about? Did the witness have the opportunity and ability to observe accurately the things he or she testified about? Did he or she appear to understand the questions clearly and answer them directly? Did a witness's testimony differ from the testimony of other witnesses? These are a few of the considerations that will help you determine the accuracy of each witness's testimony. In making up your mind and reaching a verdict, do not base any decision on the fact that there were
Looking
more
like a
witnesses
brown
on one side
Ninja
than
Turtle.
on
He
the other.
do, don't he? What's going on with his
Do not
eyes?
reach a conclusion on a particular point just because more witnesses testify from one side on that point. Your job is to think about the testimony of each witness you heard and decide the facts. Some of you have probably heard the terms circumstantial evidence and direct evidence.
I don't like
These are the two basic types of evidence that exist in law.
all night.
Direct evidence is direct proof of a fact, such as the testimony of an eyewitness. Circumstantial evidence is proof of facts from which you may infer or conclude that other facts exist. I will give you further instructions on these as well as other matters at the end of the case. Keep in mind that you may consider both kinds of evidence, which are considered to be of equal value in the law. The court will not provide you with a transcript of the testimony at the end of the trial. Therefore, you must listen very carefully to the testimony. Each of you will be allowed to take notes during the trial for your own understanding during your deliberations. You are not required to take notes. Independent memory can be as accurate as written notes. You will be provided paper and pen if you decide to take notes. During the course of the trial, you should not talk with any witness, defendant, or attorney involved in the case. Please do not talk with them about any subject matter whatsoever.
Good morning,
If
everybody.
you see anybody in the hallway or at any other location, perhaps the best standing rule is to not say anything. You also should not discuss this case among yourselves until I instruct you on the law and you start deliberating at the end of the case. It is important that you wait until all of the evidence is received and you have heard all the rules of law before you deliberate among yourselves. During the course of the trial, you will receive all of the evidence you may properly consider to decide the case. Because of this, you should not attempt to do any research on your own or gather any information on your own that you think might be helpful. I do not know if there will be any media reports in the newspaper on TV or any radio about this
Ooh, he
particular
look bad.
I think there may be. If there are, you are not permitted to read, watch, or listen to these reports. You as jurors must base your decision solely on the evidence you hear in the courtroom. At times during the trial, an attorney may make an objection to a question that is asked by another attorney or to an answer that a witness gives. This simply means that the attorney is requesting that
We
I
was
make a
thinking the
decision
same.
on a particular rule of law. Do not draw any conclusions from the facts that an objection made or from my ruling on that objection. My rulings only relate to the legal questions that I must determine and should not influence your thinking. If I sustain an objection for a question, the witness will not be permitted to answer the question. Do not attempt to guess what the answer might have been had the witness been permitted to give it. Similarly, if I tell you not to consider a particular statement that was made, you should put that statement out of your mind, and you may not refer to that statement in your later deliberations. You may not ask questions. It is the responsibility of the attorneys to present the evidence. You must not decide the case. You must decide the case on the evidence presented to you. Finally, during the course of the trial, I may have to interrupt the proceedings to confer with the attorneys about the rules of law that should apply. In some cases, we may have bench conferences in the courtroom outside of your hearing. And in some instances, I may ask you to retire to the jury room while we discuss a matter out of your presence. I will try to avoid as many of these interruptions as possible. We will try to resolve some of these things in the morning before we get started. I ask your patience because these interruptions are necessary points in the trial where we have to resolve legal issues. In the long run, they save time for us all. If after your deliberations, you find the defendant guilty of any offense, the court will set the punishment at a separate sentencing hearing. The jury will not be involved in setting the punishment. This completes my opening comments to you. We will now proceed with the reading of the indictment. So if you do have note pens and papers, you're sitting on them. They should be under your cushion. Indictment number 2204769. State of Tennessee versus Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, Jamarcus Johnson. Indictment for conspiracy to commit murder first degree, Tennessee Code annotated 3912103, Sketch Code 31015, Tennessee Code annotated 3913202, Sketch Code 21015. Witness F. Priaz, MPD, summoned for the state, J. Browning, Multi-Agency Gang Unit, J. Browning. A true deal signed Mary Bernard, foreperson of the grand
Hey,
jury.
Chelsea. Hey,
The
Cooley.
indictment returned November 10th, 2022. State of Tennessee, Criminal Court of Shelby County, September term 2022. Count 1. The grand jurors of the state of Tennessee, duly selected and paneled, sworn and charged to inquire for the body of the county of Shelby, Tennessee, upon their oath presented that Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, Jamarcus Johnson, between June 1st, 2021 and March 1st, 2022 in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the filing of this indictment, did unlawfully, intentionally, with premeditation, and with the intent to commit the offense of first-degree murder as classified in Tennessee Code Annotated 39-13-202 against the person of ADOLPH Thornton Jr., enter into an agreement with each other to commit the said offense. That said, Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and Jamarcus Johnson, acting for the purpose of promoting or facilitating the commission of the said offense, and agreeing that one or more of them would engage in conduct which would constitute the said offense. In furtherance of the conspiracy of the said conspiracy, one or more of the parties to the conspiracy committed an overt act, to wit, Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, traveled to 2370 Airways Boulevard and killed ADOLPH Thornton Jr. Cornelius Smith traveled to 2370 Airways Boulevard and killed ADOLPH Thornton Jr. Hernandez Govan solicited both Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, and Cornelius Smith to kill ADOLPH Thornton Jr. Jamarcus Johnson aided in Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP's, hideout and escape after the killing of ADOLPH Thornton Jr. Aided communications between Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, and Cornelius Smith after the killing of ADOLPH Thornton Jr., and facilitated payments to Cornelius Smith for the killing of ADOLPH Thornton Jr., all of which is in violation of Tennessee Code Annotated 39-12-103 against the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee, signed Steve Mulroy, District Attorney General, 30th Judicial District. Count 2. The grand jurors of the state of Tennessee, duly selected, impaneled, sworn, and charged to inquire for the body of the County of Shelby, Tennessee, upon their oath present that Justin Johnson, also known as STRAIGHTDROP, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, on November 17, 2021, in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the filing of this indictment, did unlawfully, intentionally, and with premeditation, kill ADOLPH Thornton Jr. in violation of Tennessee Code Annotated 39-13-202 against the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee. Signed Steve Mulroy, District Attorney General, 30th Judicial District.
Mr. Govan and counsel, how do you feel?
Not guilty to both counts, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We met last week, but for formality's sake, my name is Iris Williams, and I represent the state of Tennessee. When I was a kid, one thing that my mom always told me is that there are few things that we can control. But one of those things are our choices. Our choices can move mountains. Our choices can get us into trouble. And our choices can mean life and death. Ladies and gentlemen, this case is about choices. You're going to hear a lot of evidence this week. You're going to hear a lot of names. But the name that I want you to remember is Hernandez Govan. And I want you to remember the choices he made. And even more importantly, I want you to remember the consequences of those choices. Picture this. November 17th, 2021. The victim, Adolph Thornton and his brother. They pull up to Makita Cookie Shop on Airways Boulevard. They park the car, they get out, they talk to the cashier, and seconds later, a white Mercedes pulls up and Adolph Thornton is gunned down and killed. You'll hear from Dr. Juliet Scantleberry, the medical examiner in this case. She'll tell you that Thornton's body had around 20 gunshot entrance wounds to his neck, his chest, his arms, and a catastrophic injury to his face. But how did we get here?
Greed,
How do we start? Where will we begin?
hate,
This trial will begin with Erica Thornton.
with who?
She'll tell you that she is Mr. Thornton's sister.
Oh,
She'll tell you about the last time that she saw her brother alive. And she'll tell you when she heard that he was gone.
Mm.
And after Ms. Thornton testifies, you'll hear from Mr. Raul Hopkins. He'll tell you that he worked for security for Thornton for years. And Adolph Thornton just wasn't Adolph Thornton. He was known across the city as Young Dolph, a musician. His music, his artistry, his journey, his ambition inspired and spoke to the city in ways that a lot of artists just couldn't do. Thornton made his own way in the music industry. And he created a label called PRE, Paper Route Empire. Hopkins will tell us about it. He'll tell us that Adolph Thornton made his way in the music industry and created opportunities for other artists.
Mm.
But when you create opportunities for others, some people don't seem to like that.
No, they
So Hopkins will tell us about another label, CMG,
Woo.
also known as Cocaine Music Group.
Let's go.
He'll tell us about the history and the tension between these two labels. He'll tell us that CMG wanted Thornton
Got
as
in
their own,
trouble.
but when he decided to pave his own way, when he decided to be self-made, he became CMG's enemy.
Mm. Dirty
Hopkins
dog
is
story.
going to set the stage for how this story truly began.
Let's go.
And after Hopkins, you'll hear from Cornelius Smith. And this is when it all will click.
Let's go.
Smith is a co-defendant. He'll tell you that he met Govan in 2021. They met through Smith's friend, Bobby Carter. And Smith has a couple of nicknames for Govan. He calls him Big Bro or Quet. Govan started out by selling drugs to Smith, pills more specifically. But that's not the only thing that Govan did. Govan chose Smith,
Mm.
and Govan chose him to do a job. Govan also chose Justin Johnson, another co-defendant, to do that same job. A job that ended in the life and death of Adolph Thornton Jr. He chose two desperate people. Smith, needing money, needing to support his family. Justin Johnson, an aspiring and up-and-coming rap artist that wanted to be on CMG's label, the very label that Govan had access to and was affiliated with. Smith will also talk about a meeting at Govan's house. The people present at that meeting were Smith, Govan, Justin Johnson, and Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Jook is the number 2 person at the CMG label.
Right, true that.
Smith will tell you that Govan said that there was a bounty on Adolph Thornton's life, In fact, there were multiple bounties on PRE artists. Govan told Smith that there was a $100,000 bounty on Adolph Thornton's life, and that the money was good. The money was guaranteed if Smith and Johnson completed this job. So what did they do? What did the two desperate people do? They agreed. And Govan asked for a $10,000 cut from each of them. He chose to ask for this cut from each of them. And one thing that is important to note is that Smith and Johnson didn't even really know each other. But they knew Govan. Govan was the link between them. So let's fast forward to November 2021. Smith hears that Thornton and other PRE artists are in town. It's Thanksgiving time. PRE often hosts turkey drives at different locations across the city. So they knew that they were around. Justin Johnson picks up Smith from Smith's father's house, and they go hunting. They get to a stoplight on Airways, and at that stoplight, they see a special car pass through. And what is that car? A blue camouflage Corvette. Most people in Memphis know that there's only one person in this city that drives that car in this region of town. Adolph Thornton. So what does Smith and what does Johnson do? They follow that car. They follow that car. The car parks at Makita's cookie shop. And seconds later, Smith and Johnson pull up in a stolen white Mercedes, gun down, and kill Adolph Thornton Jr. in broad daylight. They get back in the car, speed off, but not before Thornton's brother, Marcus Thornton, fires shots and shoots Smith. So Smith and Johnson are in this stolen white Mercedes. But where do they go? They go to ditch the car. They ditch the car, and we'll hear from Sergeant Dabney that the car was left at 1174 Bradley Street, which they later find out is directly across the street from the defendant's home. After they ditch the car, Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson go to an apartment complex to change clothes and clean up their rooms. Cornelius notices something. He doesn't have his phone. He realizes that he left his phone in the white Mercedes, the murder car that they left across the street from the defendant's house. So what does he do? He uses Justin Johnson's phone to contact his own girlfriend, Angela Arnold, and you will also hear from her. You'll hear from Angela Arnold, and you'll hear from Cornelius Smith that she picked him up at that apartment complex. When she picked him up, he told her what happened. He told her that he was hurt. He told her that he was missing his phone. What did he do next? Smith contacted Govan from Angela Arnold's phone and asked to meet so he could get his phone back. Ladies and gentlemen, there are copious amounts of phone records. And Sergeant Browning will testify that these call detail records will support what Smith is saying. And if that's not enough, Angela Arnold will tell you that she and Smith met with Govan after the murder so that Smith could get his phone back. But that's not where it is. Smith will tell you that at that exchange, Govan gave him money to buy a car cover, to hide the white Mercedes, to hide the murder car that was parked directly
car cover, that's new.
From his own home.
That's new, y'all.
Not only that, but the day before before Cornelius Smith was arrested, he ran into Govan. Govan was concerned. Govan was worried that Cornelius Smith had not been paid. And so what did he tell Smith? He told Smith that he was going to go to Preve to make sure Smith got his money.
Preve?
Preve is a lounge and restaurant that's affiliated with CMG artists.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ladies and
Alrighty.
gentlemen, choices. A choice to get two desperate people to agree to murder Adolph Thornton. A choice to guarantee them money. A choice to ask for a cut of that money.
So he was going up to Preve because he hadn't got his
to help
money.
one of the killers get his phone back after the murder. A choice to make sure that one of the killers got paid after the murder. Choices. When you hear all of the evidence, and when you hear all of the videos and look at all the photos and exhibits, you will see the consequences of Govan's actions. Violence, death, loss. A man, a human being, taken from this world in one of the most shocking of ways.
Absolutely.
Giving cookies for his family in broad daylight in his neighborhood during the holidays.
Why he's there to help.
At the end of this week, the state will be asking you, the jury, to make a choice. The defendant is charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and first-degree murder. Last week in jury selection, we talked about theories of conspiracy and criminal responsibility. And once you have heard all of the evidence, the state will ask you to make a choice and find Hernandez Govan guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Thank you.
Let's go. I don't like this. I don't like they lighting. Let's go. Let's hear this high-priced attorney that Gotti paying for. She said, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Please hit the like button. He wasn't ready. All that money YOGOTTI and CMG paying for, they not ready. Thank you, Rap Snaps. Wrap snacks. Lord. Thank you. I can't believe he's not ready. What has he been doing?
This is the first, the only Indian guy that doesn't know how to be like cheese. My name is Manny Aurora. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here representing Mr. Hernandez Govan, along with our former IT specialist, Robert Wilson, is also a lawyer. Haley Halty. So Beth Noble, who's in the black suit, as far as that goes. Last week, I talked to you guys a lot about first impressions. And the reason I mentioned that is sometimes the first impression can be wrong. I listened to a very beautiful, eloquent speech from the prosecutor in this case, and it sounds really, really good.
Sound perfect to
That's
me.
a false first impression, because you promised that as a peer of Mr. Govan, you would listen to everything. So let me share to you the rest of the story. This entire case is going to come down to the guy with the machine gun that shot off ADOLPH Thornton. The whole case is going to come down to him and then possibly his girlfriend backing up his story. Remember, Cornelius Smith has made...
Oh my God. Oh, I can't use this one.
times to go over his testimony prior to testifying here today. Ask yourself the question when the judge instructed you, does somebody have a reason to lie? Do they have an interest in the outcome? You are caught red-handed on video, and you'd like to see in a second. Taking an AK-47.
I see his angle.
In broad daylight. He's facing a mandatory life sentence. That's the one question for them. And I ask each and every one of you, what would you do if you were facing a mandatory life sentence to get out? Why would you need to make so many different statements if you were telling the truth? Because remember, the truth is the truth. You don't need to practice it. You don't need to remember it. It's the truth. So let's see who the government has gotten in bed with to try to prove their case against Hernandez Govan. Robert?
Well, Quick got in bed with a Kamisha White, J Money and D Money mama. But carry on.
So the man you have to believe is the man who's capable of, in broad daylight, carrying an AK-47, going into a store full of people, and just, without hesitation, opening fire. And he's the one that's going to tell you that Mr. Govan did this, this, and this. Nothing that he says can be validated. The other thing the government's going to try to talk to you about is cell phone tower records. The expert that the government may call, or if they don't call him, I'll call him, will tell you tower records are inherently unreliable because it's not like on TV. There's a reason why all the engineers from the cell phone providers, T-Mobile, AT&T specifically, write their letters. They will not testify in court because of unreliability. The other thing you have to know, and Robert put up the slide, within a 10 square mile area of where all this happened, there are 553 T-Mobile towers. 553 just from T-Mobile. And it's hard to see this because there's so many. There will be more AT&T towers. There will be this, essentially over 1,000 towers out there. And what the expert will tell you is, this isn't an exact science. Just because your phone pings on a certain tower doesn't mean you were there. See, towers get
Hi,
filled up.
Carolina.
The next tower near. All these people live within a couple of mile radius, so of course it's gonna hit all these towers. But there is 553 just from T-Mobile within that area where all this happened. They've talked to you about conspiracy and how Govan picked these two individuals. The state chooses to cherry pick a little bit here and a little bit there from each of the statements. But let me play a 5-second clip about how all this supposedly happened. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying Govan is involved in one way, shape, or form. But if you want to believe Cornelius Smith, the AK-47 shooter, and God knows how many other shootings he's done, then we'll talk about it. I want
Okay.
you to listen to this.
It was one day, me and Elder was out riding, and I wanted some XPs, so I went to Courthouse to get the XPs from him, and Juke was over there. And when I walked in, there was one quick told Juke, this little seat right here, and mine was, Juke was like, he don't know. First, he said, take all the phones outside. He ain't say my phone, he was saying quit phone. I passed my phone to make it feel calm. So took the phone outside. Jude was like, he don't know how he, he got us. And I can't recall like exactly when it was, but that's what he said.
All right. So the state just told you to your face that Mr. Govan picked out two desperate people. Cornelius Smith, if you are to believe him, says in his statement, I just happened to be going by Quet's house, Govan's house, to buy some ecstasy pills with my girlfriend. Joke happened to be there. Doesn't say Quet said a word. Joke says there's a hit on everybody, and I got you, and Joke says, take the phones outside while I talk to you. I'm assuming you believe any of that's true. And the reason I ask you if you think any of that's true is the police never went to question Joe, aka MEMPHIS, or YOGOTTI, or any of the people with CMG. Never once
There go YOGOTTI.
tried to do an interview. So this is as plain as day. Joe said do it. Quet didn't say anything. Quet lives in the poorest part of Memphis in Orange Mountain, sells a few ecstasy pills to make a living, and hustles in the sports game. He's a nobody, and that's why I asked you about the peers. He's a throwaway that they can blame. Why did they not talk to Joke or anybody else with CMG? Ever. Now, Joke ended up getting killed in 2024, 2.5 years after the fact. Never arrested, never talked to, never interviewed, never pursued, never surveilled, nothing.
That don't have nothing to do
Judge
with.
also told you, when you assess credibility, you need to look at how well you remember this thing.
Cornelius.
Cornelius Smith cannot even tell you when he was propositioned to go kill somebody. The shooting happened in November 17, 2021. And the best the police can say is that the meeting, where just randomly happened, as Cornelius himself has said, was sometime between August and September, 3 months prior to the shooting taking place. 3 months. He will tell you there's no plan. All he was told by Jerk was there's a price on their heads. And that's kind of funny because when the cops, if they testify honestly, will tell you there have been multiple attempts on Mr. Dolph's life. Twice in Charlotte by other folks, and once in Los Angeles. Everybody in Memphis knew there was a price on their head because there was a war between PRE and CMG that were shooting each other. YOGOTTI's car was shot up here.
There go
The song 100 shots.
YOGOTTI's name.
Rivalry going on and people have been shooting. The police went through this. They know this. They also pulled YouTube videos where people are openly threatening to kill Dolph. It's in their slideshow. You know what they call their investigation? Operation Cookie Monster. That's how tasteful this whole thing has gotten with these folks. I'm sorry, my arm is shaking because I'm so furious that we're here as far as the trial goes. So the other thing the government hasn't told you when we talk about first impressions is, for weeks prior to the November 17, 2021 shooting, Nobody called Govan, talked to him, did anything via Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith. What Cornelius will tell you, which the government didn't tell you, is that morning, it was Cornelius's daughter's birthday. But he gets a call from Justin Johnson that says, I got a car, let's go do something. They get in the car and they start driving around, just looking for somebody to kill. They just happened to see YOUNGDOLPH's car going by. And they open fire. And they kill it. And the interesting thing is, even though nobody communicated with Govan for weeks prior to this, they didn't talk to him that morning. He didn't help him get the car. He didn't help him. He didn't tell him where to go. He didn't do anything. It was a spontaneous issue between two young men that morning. They shot him. And you know why there's no plan? Because they just start calling random people after the shooting. They don't call Govan. They have to go someplace to get bandaged up as far as that goes. The people that help them never been charged as accessories to anything. They then get rid of whatever they need to get rid of. They left the car across the street from Govan's house on the middle of the street, in front of the street. So if there's some master plan, that may be one of the dumbest plans you could possibly have if you're going to kill the most important person, the most famous person in Memphis, as far as that goes. Again, there were no phone contacts for weeks prior to the shooting, especially in the morning. Govan wouldn't know that the Mercedes was shooting. The only way anybody finds out is social media blows up right away, and multiple people start calling Justin Johnson, including Govan, who knows him. Because the word's out that Justin may have done this. Trayon Ingram is another word you'll hear. He actually carjacked the white Mercedes, and then gave it to these gentlemen to use in the shooting. He's not charged in this case. He's not even charged with carjacking. But he happened to pick up another murder right after this happened, and so now he's in custody for the other murder that he committed. Perhaps when making first impressions, you would have wanted to know that. I thought about going over at least one of Cornelius's statements in his lives, but I think it's just a little too much. We would be here for about 2 hours going through everything that he said has been inconsistent, bald-faced lies. In fact, you know how somebody's lying? Because in his first interview, that lasted a little over an hour, 32 times he told the police, trust me, I promise, I swear to God, I wouldn't lie to you. 32 times he says that before answering one of his questions on one of his first interviews after he's caught. And after he's caught, his girlfriend gets questioned because they ran down the license plate numbers, all that stuff with the cars. She lies through her teeth on December 14th of 2021, because I don't know nothing about nothing. Because Cornelius had talked to her trying to make up a false alibi. See, where's the plan in all this? See, if I have a plan to go kill somebody,
That's
there's no
you.
place to go dig something far away.
That's
I
you.
have people that can cover for me as an alibi. I don't make random phone calls. And so Angela, who knew nothing about this, according to her, picks them up at the location where they're getting bandaged up for being shot, drives them around town, helps them out, before she's not charged. She initially lies and denies everything. The police then come back and say, we're going to charge you if you don't tell us the truth. And so on the 17th of December, 3 days later, she comes back. But what the police don't know at that time is Mr. Cornelius Memphis called 4 of his family members to reach out to Angela to get the story straight. Because he keeps saying on the jail phone calls, find out what she said, find out what she said, find out what she said. And then on the 17th, it comes back, and they're talking to her. And she says, well, we went over to that house sometime in the past, just like we talked about. She doesn't know anybody. She said, I can't think of his name. And the interesting part is, the officers say, is it somebody named Q? And then she says, oh yeah, it's Quet. Remember the phrase Bobby Carter that I mentioned? Bobby Carter also lives in Bradley Avenue. They're good friends with Cornelius Smith. They buy pills together, do ecstasy pills together. And the other thing Angela Smith says is, Govan brought us the phone after the fact. How was that part of any plan or anything else? They called to give me a phone. The interesting thing about that is if it's true and you believe her, there would be fingerprints on the car. The police fingerprinted it, DNA'd it, did everything.
No, he wiped it down.
Trayon Ingram's fingerprints are there.
Trayon.
Steal the car, his fingerprints are there. There's DNA in there, there's blood in there, but nothing with regards to go there. They found the car 3 days after the shooting took place across the street from Mr. Govan's house. There's nothing to do with him, didn't touch it. So if he didn't do that, how did he open the door? And frankly, how did he get the keys to open the door? See, Cornelius doesn't give you the details. Did they lock the car after he left? He doesn't know about any of that stuff. So tell me how Mr. Govan got into the car and how he did it so beautifully. Being dumb enough to take the murder car to one of the most famous people and say, let's just park it across the street, and then somehow magically wipe his prints, DNA, hair, anything out of that car while he's looking for the phone. You know why that is? Because he didn't do it. What you're going to hear from Trayon Ingram is Trayon Ingram when he
Trayon. Oh.
left his backpack, his wallet, and some other things in the car. And he had Justin Johnson go get them.
So Trayon Ingram.
Trayon Ingram's own statement with regards to that car. This is why I talk about first impressions, because they always could be misleading, and in this case, patently false. When you cherry pick the evidence that you want to tell you, and then have the cameras rolling on a high profile.
Oh, well, there go.
A verdict of guilty is patently
Oh boy, mama.
just because he's a nobody and doesn't have money like Gotti or Joe, his brother, who would never even question.
Yeah, Rico coming.
He's the fall guy in all this stuff. He didn't do anything. Even if you believe Cornelius, all he says is, I just happened to show up there, and he said, hey, this is a little seat. Joe took over and started doing all the talking. Do you think that man could pay somebody $100,000 and you'd say, yeah, he's good?
Boy,
And
mama.
interestingly enough,
Wilson.
Cornelius' story also changes along with Angela's, because initially we were supposed to be paid $1.5 million. Then after another interview, it became $1 million. Then it became $500,000. Then it became $100,000. Then it became, we're going to split $100,000 between me and Justin Johnson. Then it became somebody gave me $50,000 in a brown paper bag.
Oh, what's her
Then it became,
name?
oh no, I'm wrong about that. It was after I was arrested. Somebody gave my lawyer $38,000 in a bag to represent me. That's how many times.
Anita Wilson.
As far as that goes. But the one thing that he does say is, after I got the money from Mr. Juke's people, it was understood that he was on that team. Again, Juke never arrested, never talked to, even though he says that's where the money's coming from. That guy doesn't have $1 million or $100,000 or anything like that.
Well, how he paying for you?
Fancy cars.
How is he paying for you?
I'm here to help him, because people that are labeled as nobodies, I will not tolerate it. He needs to be thoughtful. He is your peer. We need to do this right. Mr. Govan, stand up. Hold your head up high. Mr. Govan matters.
Oh,
You can't do
shit.
this to people just for political gain because you got to solve a crime. Somebody famous died. It's just wrong. But you can sit down. We can't have a society like this where you base.
So he's a good guy now.
Assault rifle people. Opening up fire on somebody. And remember what I told you?
Oh,
Remember
well, how?
that meeting was-
See, I'll be bringing up how his daughter get killed then.
Remember that the meeting was sometime between when you tried to shoot Wu or somebody else. That's the
Gotti got him a good attorney.
And so you have to believe that this meeting happened. For 3 months, nothing goes on.
Yeah, if he was broke, he could not afford Manny.
And all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna do something, you have a plan. And
So either he got money, he's
you didn't have any
hiding for,
plan, you have
got
to
money.
know. You know,
Who
like,
paying for it? Lil Flip?
None of that happened.
Why would he be paying for it?
And Mr. Cornelius Smith is gonna get up here and tell you, I wanna bare my soul, I wanna come clean, I wanna do all this other stuff. You know, I call BS.
Yeah, he's scared to eat. He can't hold nothing down, Chelsea.
He wants to make amends. They ask yourself, why for 4 years didn't he just take a guilty plea and take his life sentence and start making amends? He still hasn't put anything. There's lawyers and negotiations with the government. There's quote no deal, but you know, we do good things out of our heart.
He's in negotiation too. He under a proffer.
Benefit by coming on the stage and telling you whatever you guys want to hear.
Oh, so that's some of the stuff y'all they have oppressed or asked not to be admitted.
You don't have to remember it. You don't have to practice it. You don't have to rehearse it.
Hi, Ashby
It is what it
Rising.
is. And this
That mouth, that eye.
is not the truth.
Berber.
I think I mentioned it in jury selection, but responsibility for your actions goes both ways. There's going to be a lot lacking in this case. For example, you'll hear about a lot of cell phone records and who may have called who, but the full-on analysis is never, well, I'll just leave that for the expert. It's all coming down to Cornelius and possibly where somebody's phone might have been.
Hi, Big
You don't know
Pink.
what they said, if they even talked, or if as a friend.
He still
you're
has
calling
that high
somebody after
rise.
shit,
Oh,
because
okay.
everybody starts calling everybody within minutes after this, as social media blew up after this happened. You all know it,
In Mississippi or in Memphis?
everybody knew about it. Govan is your peer, he deserves better, we shouldn't be here. High profile TV cameras or not, sympathy for a young man who's a musician, whatever he was. Nobody deserves to die, but you don't compound the problem by blaming innocent people's work. And even if you don't want to believe he's innocent, you want to believe Cornelius, they sure as heck didn't prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Talk to you guys about it.
Well, one thing about it, Cornelius didn't actually know Juke to be walking up to him about no Erda for hire.
The state calls Eric a Thornton.
Oh, bless her heart. Condolences to Dolph's family. Y'all, please hit the like button. Support the platform.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Let's see what you said.
Good morning. Good morning. Could you state and spell your name for the record, please?
Erica Thornton, ERICA.
Oh, so she don't want.
TON.
And do you know an individual by the name of Adolph Thornton Jr.?
Yes,
How do you know him?
my brother.
If you were to see a picture of Mr. Thornton, could you recognize him?
Oh, bless her heart, Lord.
Your name, personally.
Okay.
Ms. Thornton, is that a photo of him?
Yes.
Your Honor, we ask that this photo be entered as the next numbered exhibit into evidence.
No objection.
This is a photo of a young man in glasses, black leather jacket, skin tone, and has been identified as Adolph Thornton Jr. Well, marked as exhibit 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. And may I have permission to publish the jury? Thank you. Ms. Thornton, when was the last time you saw your brother alive?
The last time that I seen him alive was Labor Day, of 2021.
And after that, you didn't see him alive anytime else?
Face to face, we had like FaceTime calls prior to, well, after Labor Day, but yes, we had FaceTime calls pretty much every day. So the last time I communicated with him was the day before he was killed, November 16th.
Thornton, you said that the last time, or the day that you learned something had happened to him was November 16th?
No, I learned that something happened to him on the 17th. The
Okay.
day of, the 16th was the last time I had a conversation with him via FaceTime.
Okay. So November 17th, 2018 to your brother.
Yes.
I'll pass the witness down.
Oh, I don't have any questions, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Statement called Raul Hopkins.
So embarrassing story, guys. I got hit with a medical bill recently
my
and I did
goodness.
not have enough money to pay for it. But a friend
You swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Hopkins. Could you
Hey,
state for the
Bubba.
benefit of our jurors who may be taking notes, could you state your name and spell your
Man,
first
this
and last
ain't
name?
looking good.
Raul Hopkins.
Why you mean it's not looking good? Hey,
I am gonna ask you to speak up.
Yes.
That's okay. I wanna make sure that our court reporter can hear you and our jurors can hear you, okay?
why you say that?
Mr. Hopkins, do you know an individual by the name of ADOLPH Thornton?
Yes, ma'am,
How do you know Mr. Thornton?
from the neighborhood.
And you know him from the neighborhood, how long have you known him?
Probably about 20-some years.
And other than knowing him from the neighborhood, did you have any other relationship with him?
No.
Mr. Thornton?
This is the only murder trial, both of them, where they don't like showing the witnesses.
And did you provide any services to him, in relation to being a hip hop artist?
Yes, ma'am, security.
And how long have you done security for Mr. Thornton?
7 years.
What was, Mr. Thornton's, you said he was a hip hop artist, was he affiliated with a certain, label?
Yes, ma'am.
What label was that?
PRE.
I'd like to fast forward a picture to see if you recognize the picture.
No objection.
You recognize the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that picture of?
Picture of the chain is labeled PRE.
Ernie, we could have it into evidence as to this.
No objection.
This is a charm. That's, the 3 letters, PRE. Will mark this as exhibit 2 to the trial.
Hey, Janet.
Commissioner Publisher. Yes, ma'am. Again, Mr. Hopkins, could you explain to the jurors what we're looking at?
That's his chain, PRE,
And what did PRE stand for?
paper route entertainment.
Did he have, any issues with other labels?
Yes, ma'am.
What label was that?
CMG.
And what does CMG stand for?
I really don't know.
Cocaine music group.
Well, let's go back a bit. Who are some of the other artists that are on the PRE label?
There's several artists that they have that's on the label. A guy named Kenny, a guy named
KEYGLOCK.
Yeah. We just had a lot of different artists on the label.
Snoop Bands, Paper Route
Same
Wood,
person as Paper Route Wood.
Paper Route,
And the label you mentioned, CMG.
J-
Yeah, comic book that used to go in there. Comic book.
Fizzle,
Who are some of the artists on that?
YOGOTTI.
And you,
He
they
the
were
owner
companies,
AunTeaFee.
they correct? But what was the origin of that company?
Really about music. Maybe a diss song here or there.
Did the CMG ever at any point want, Mr. Thornton, it professionally known as YOUNGDOLPH, is that right?
Yes,
Did they ever want YOUNGDOLPH to sign to their label?
yes, ma'am.
Would that be the beginning of their issue?
Could have been.
Okay. Did Mr. Thornton or YOUNGDOLPH ever sign to their label?
No, ma'am.
Asked him how much was the offer.
He had his own label, PREMEDIATED, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there
And then
any
asked him how many
active
shots was in his body.
between individuals, PRE and CMG?
She ain't asking good enough questions for me.
Was it before or after you became involved as the bodyguard?
It was out.
Tell us about the first one that you remember, first incident.
First incident I remember was in 2015.
And I'm asking you to speak up as well.
It was in 2015. We was in Charlotte. We was sitting in the Sprinter. We had just went upstairs. There was two more individuals that was in the Sprinter. Came running up saying the Sprinter just got shot up.
When you say Sprinter, it's like
Sprinter van.
Sprinter van.
Yes, ma'am.
You were where now?
I was upstairs.
No, what city?
Oh, it was in Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
Yes,
So the Sprinter van was shot up.
yes.
Was Mr. Thornton in the van at that point?
No, ma'am.
Where was he?
We was upstairs.
But you had just gotten out of the Sprinter van?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you learn of anyone who was responsible for the shooting?
They said something on the news, but really don't know who actually done it.
What was the next incident that you recall?
Next incident was in 2017 in Charlotte.
They didn't prep.
And it was again in, you said Charlotte?
Charlotte, yes,
So
ma'am.
Charlotte twice.
Yeah, because his memory ain't good. My memory better than his.
I wasn't there, but what I known that his SUV got shot up.
And who are you saying?
Hi, Tammy.
What he
Like YOUNGDOLPH.
YOUNGDOLPH did.
Yes, YOUNGDOLPH.
Is he scared?
And was he hurt?
No, ma'am.
Where daddyo?
Was there another incident? Or do you know who was responsible for that?
No, ma'am. Okay.
There was another incident. What was the next incident?
2018 in Los Angeles, California.
Were you present for that?
No, ma'am.
Did you learn about what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell us about what you learned?
I was at a baseball game. Somebody called me and said, YOUNGDOLPH just got shot in California. And that's how I heard about that.
His memory.
And did you then go to California?
Yes, ma'am. I went there the next morning.
Okay. You know who was possibly responsible for that incident?
No, I don't.
Let's fast forward to 2021. Let's actually fast forward to November 2021. Did YOUNGDOLPH have an event or something big going on during November 2021?
Yes, ma'am. Every November for the community.
And explain us what you mean by turkey drive.
We will go to several communities and give out turkeys.
And would he do this personally?
Yes.
Did he also have members of his label there as well?
Yes, ma'am.
In November of 2021, was he in Memphis doing it?
He was in Memphis, but he didn't participate in the turkey drives.
Is there any particular reason why he did not participate in the turkey drive?
He just told me he had other stuff he had to do. He wanted to make sure his artists
many of these different turkey drives are there?
Before,
Before?
yes,
Would they be all on one day or would they be spread out?
maybe spread it out. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
And is this around a certain time? Is it, I mean, you mentioned turkeys, I always think of turkeys and Thanksgiving. Was this around Thanksgiving?
It was the week before Thanksgiving.
So you mentioned about him being in town. Did he live in Memphis, the young Dolph live?
No, ma'am.
So was he visiting that week?
And he came in because of the turkey drives.
When did you last hear from young Dolph?
I last heard from Young Dolph, it was that Tuesday, about 7 o'clock, I seen
7 o'clock a.m. or p.m.?
PM.
You saw him?
Yes,
And did you learn did you hear from him after that?
no, I didn't.
What was the next that you heard of young Dolph?
It was that Wednesday morning, about 11:30,
And what did you hear?
that he just got shot.
I'm
Have you previously reviewed video from that incident?
Yes, ma'am.
I would pass the word of flash drive. Does it look good?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that
It's a flash drive with clips of video inside, outside, and keys.
Would you open it in the number of, see if that is the flash drive?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that flash drive? How do you know that was a flash drive?
Because I got my initials on here, RH.
And the video that you viewed, what is it a video of?
A video of Young Dolph at the keys.
Your Honor, we could have that in evidence at the next time.
No objection.
I mean, I guess all witnesses would be amateurs if they ain't never really been on trial. I would probably be the same way, but it almost sounds like he done been threatened. I ain't gonna even lie.
Commissioner Govan.
But I will say they done said YOGOTTI's name enough to know that a RICO probably coming.
Mr. Hopkins, can you read the date at the top of this video?
November 17th.
Do you recognize this vehicle that is coming into play?
Yes, ma'am.
And whose vehicle is that?
Young Dolph.
Pause the video. Mr. Hopkins, do you recognize the individual in the photo, I mean, the video?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is the person in the video?
That's Young Dolph.
We see a second individual coming out of the video. Who is that?
That's his brother Marcus.
So all of that it was a third person, somebody else driving. Nope. It was straight drive. Hi, Sonia. Why show is a fashy car? Why show is a Janet? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, there go. And so the daddy, the owner pulls up.
There is someone or something at the bottom left of the screen. I apologize. I wasn't on this. Having technical difficulties at this point. But who is?
I'm
or
having
what is
technical
at the bottom
difficulties.
of the-
Why show is a fashy car?
That's his arm.
That's Dolph car. He just got out the car.
This is who you're referring to.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is Marcus who you're referring to. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Prayers for Marcus. Hope he's gotten help and healing. Oh, okay. Hey, Sonia. Y'all, please support the platform. Like, share, and subscribe. I do would appreciate super chat, super stickers, cash apps, all that good stuff. The other guy were in a Mercedes. Yes, a stolen white Mercedes. That Trayon Ingram was a part of that theft, and his name was brought up and possibly tied to Anita Wilson's murder. Yeah.
individual is the park captain, who's there.
That's YOUNGDOLPH.
And there's an individual behind him who is there.
That's his brother Marcus.
So I can dispel something right here. Yeah, the way he was selecting his cookies, he had not pre-ordered. Again, he had not called ahead of time. Why she didn't say nothing? Why didn't she say, look out? Please don't show us. Well, I'm gonna be honest to say that if there was someone who called them in between the time that they picked up Cornelius, that would have showed up in their phone. So if that does not come out, that a call was in there, either one of their phone logs to Makita's, I cannot buy that.
She had me doing other things. She's wanted me to be with the other artists.
Because they will be able to have some form of cell tower phone activity in that area if that was true.
Yes, ma'am.
And that has not come up. Now we want to stick with facts. Let's stick with the facts. We don't want, you know, if they were involved, they were involved. But at this point, the phone towers will show that.
Fine, sir.
I'm sorry for your loss, obviously. This is very troubling. No one should ever have to be killed by something like that. So,
Right?
We spoke on the phone when you were coming in from the airport this past weekend. Is that right?
If we're going to rely on some of the phone towers in one aspect, we got to rely on them on the other aspect.
Was it you and other people as part of the team?
It was, but it was not for me.
Okay, so you were the boss. You mentioned to the prosecutor that there was a history of violence between PRE and CMG.
Yes, correct.
And as I saw from this, and not trying to be negative anyway, but Mr. Dolph travels with an assault rifle in his car, as we saw his brother pull that out from the driver's side.
I don't know if he traveled with it, but he had it that day.
Okay, and have you seen him with other weapons in the past?
I have, no, sir.
Okay. Then his brother had his handgun and he was shooting at the other people, as we saw in the video.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen the magic glasses that can see clearly without glasses? This glasses can not only see far away, but also see near. This smart zoom glasses from Japan are really great.
And I need
No
some of
need to
these
wear
glasses, I
lenses.
think.
You personally know of at least 3 attempts on Dolph's life. 2016, 2015, 2017, 2018, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so he needed security, obviously. I mean, there's lots of problems going on here.
Yes, sir.
And with regards to coming to Memphis on the week before Thanksgiving, Mr. Dolph didn't live in Memphis anymore, right?
No, sir.
How long before this incident had he moved away from Memphis?
Hey, Dante.
4 or 5 years.
And was that, a lot of it I think we talked about is for safety reasons. pretty violent here as far as between the PRE and the CMD.
Yes.
So it's known that his life is in danger when he's here, and he needs bodyguards, things like that.
Yes.
One of the phrases I've heard, have you ever heard the phrase spin the block?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And with regards to him coming here the week before Thanksgiving, he wasn't going to participate in the turkey drive. He was okay. I just have a hope here.
Can I see your message? Yes.
I think that's all. Thank you.
Derek, yes.
Any other redirect?
Why did they bring him up? I don't know. Because he was the security everybody thought Marcus was, I guess. Thank you, Chelsea. I greatly appreciate you. Yes, y'all can support the platform. Cash App is up at the top. Super chat, super stickers. Please put the questions that you have on a super chat or super sticker. Please. Those are the questions I will respond to. Super chat or super sticker. Thank you.
I asked you not to talk about this amongst yourselves, so we'll take a break, refresh yourself, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Court stands in brief recess.
I'll get everything. And follow me, please.
Your family. Okay, my family, your family is behind a lot of what's going on with these rappers, with the rappers' killings. My family is a military family, and they using my real name, Mason, as a cover-up. I haven't heard your name. What's your name? Is your name YOGOTTI?
Cameraman, you're not supposed to be photographing any of his family.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand that? I'm speaking to all of you. You should not be photographing any of the Mr. Dolph's family. Not at all. Or Mr. Govan's family. Okay? Not at all.
Ooh, they getting in trouble, y'all.
Yeah, I told Dean that. Okay, cool.
Derek, who is your family? Okay, y'all. So what we think so far, it's just the opening. It's just the first, I guess it's not going to really get off in there. Now, I just, who taking pictures of folk? I don't know. Ain't that something? The cameraman, the news people. Let's see if there's something. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Man, they could have had a security act like he's scared to go off into more details about what happened in them other shootings and stuff. Man, open your mouth, Raul. Raul. What you doing? No cell tower records is not. Well, no cell. I'm talking about for the rap snacks. I'm talking about for the people who still want to say that the cookie people knew he was coming ahead of time, or you know, they're still leaning in on the cookie. What I'm saying is, I believe Cornelius when he say, you know, it got to make sense to me. If he was picked up in Orange Mound by STRAIGHTDROP, and the back door of the cookie establishment is Orange Mound, so they are in the area. They in the area. So if they pulling out, if the timing just so happens to connect, I gotta respect that. And I'm saying that because if they was on their way to Westwood, which is where Paper Route Woo Turkey Drive was about to go down, then that means that Dolph just happened to come across them and they saw him. And then he pulled in. So if somebody saw him and called STRAIGHTDROP or Cornelius, there would have been a cell tower, some form of communication that the cell towers would have picked up. If somebody from the cookie shop called and warned them that, yeah, he just pulling up, then there will be some form of cell phone tower indication of that. If there was pings of other conversations, communication between STRAIGHTDROP and Cornelius, or Cornelius with Quet, then there will be cell tower pings with incoming calls as a warning. And so far that has not come up. So I have to respect, if I'm going to take the cell tower truth to validate Cornelius and straight up in Quet, I would have to expect cell phone tower records to indicate the cookie people. I mean, I got to keep it real. And that has not come up yet. And, you know, I know a lot of people want the cookie people to be involved. I get that. I'm waiting to hear if Morris comes up, but I can't make it come up if it don't come up. If there is no cell phone tower indicating that a call was made to them to warn them, I'm not going to make a call come in. I'm not going to do that. That's not truthful. What else we got? I can't believe, well, I can believe, but he sure tried to make it seem like Quet was a good damn Samaritan. He ain't never been that. I mean, hell, y'all should have brought some people who knew him from childhood, school, college, adulthood. They should have had some character witnesses up there if he gonna come and act like he's a good Samaritan and we can't do this to him. You know this no, that's not fair. Giving a guy a shot down there, you know what I mean? What? He is absolutely a menace to Memphis, Atlanta, Houston, and everywhere he go. Let's be clear. No, it ain't fair giving a guy a shot down there. I just told my age, didn't I? Oh, Quet is a good Samaritan. Oh, okay. Ask them girls he was beating the hell out. Ask them them females that he been a part of trafficking. Ask them people if he's a good guy. Yeah, why is he a career criminal? Huh? Why are they asking for what is enhanced sentencing if he's such a good guy? All type of shit. I see why he had a whole 3 days of things that he wanted removed and not presented in front of the jury. They want to present him like he's a good guy. What? It's going to be a nationwide shutdown by November. The White House is corrupt, ain't it? Oh, no kidding. I know. I've been covering that. And they're targeting everybody independent and wealthy who lead people away from negativity. Okay, but who is your family? Derek Burks, Hakeem. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, they're part of human trafficking. They are focused on the minor part. Oh, and yeah, I think that Trump is tied to the rap industry too. In my opinion, Diddy falls up under his network under the pyramid. That's why he had that one-on-one meeting interview with him that I covered about 2 weeks ago. Can y'all hear me? Am I? Yeah, I know I'm having system issues. It won't even allow me to bring up. Please. My family bloodline started. Oh, okay. So you are. Oh, how can I ask you this? What race of people do you think started the Illuminati? Derek Burks. Let me see where your head at. What race of people started the Illuminati? Let's go. No, that ain't who started it. Are you saying that they started it under the name Illuminati? Illuminati, no. Right, Memphis. If they were not blacks, blacks did not start the Illuminati. Nope. Nope. Hot fight, Memphis. You are absolutely right. See, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make me something to eat while they are on break. But see, y'all, this is why I choose. That's why I don't prefer to have a profile pic royalty vibes. That's why I prefer to only have facts. Because people, I mean, respectfully, no disrespect to you, Derek, but blacks did not start the Illuminati. And if he was such a good guy, why did he say that he believes that his lifestyle was the reason behind his daughter's killing? Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how quit holding up? Oh, he looked pitiful. Woo, he looked horrible. We do this. Yeah. Yeah, you can't say that like the White House. I know that it didn't start with black people. The black people had their own branch. You know, they only branch of the Illuminati. Just like we had our own branch of Wall Street. We had the Black Wall Street, but no. So that's why I don't like misleading information here. Now, that's cool to put all them different narratives and stuff in other places, but that's just a way that I know who to throw up. I know whites did it. Send me a request. I send you. No, I'm not sending. You could. You can hit my IG fee about the facts, and you can send me what you need to send me there. But don't try to throw me off over here because I don't like that misleading information, and I don't like for people to be able to go into the comment section and read it and pick up false information. Yeah, I don't like that, Derek, over here. So please, I mean, only put the facts down. Don't try to throw nobody off. I prefer you not to do that over here. Well, Bubba, I think they both flimsy. I mean, it's just the beginning. It's what, 2 hours in? It ain't even 2 hours in yet. They say someone in the courtroom is taking pictures of the family members. Yep. I mean, I don't expect for it to come out blazing in the beginning. The lady already told us that it'll get good once Cornelius come up there. I mean, but man, what's his name, Manny? He doing what he's supposed to do. He paid it like he is a good guy. But if he was a good guy, he wouldn't have been involved with them in no shape, form, or fashion. If he was a good guy, he wouldn't be saying, get rid of the car. They say, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm being watched. Okay. When all of it hits the fan this year, everything will fall. Jesus' second coming. Okay. Well, Derek, please understand, precious, that I am a firm believer in Jesus Christ. So I understand that aspect of it. But right now, today, we're just focusing on this case. I mean, God is always the author and the finisher of it all. And yes, the Bible will be fulfilled. I totally understand that. But right now, we are talking about, because you said your family, your last name was a part of the Murda for hire in the rap industry. So I was asking you questions regarding that. We know Christ is coming. They had to, Bubba, unless it's going to come out later. Did she mention it? Did she mention that he had a lip? No, she didn't. But it was mentioned yesterday. Yeah, they had to, cause how you gonna be able to paint a picture that he's a good guy? And they mentioned his criminal record is so damn lengthy, back starting from the early 90s. What? And even while he was out on bond, he was doing shit, ordering hits, and standing there with his hands in his pocket. Derek, I'm not gonna say that the government is sponsoring Dolph hit. I think CMG sponsored the hit. I don't think the government put the hit on Dolph. Now, only thing about slightly what you're saying, and I'm gonna say slightly, for my true tea sippers who know years ago, I said, don't be surprised to find out that you know, that there is a connection. And when I said that for almost 5 years ago, my mind was on the human trafficking part of it. And that was because of first, Trump was in office at that time, and I knew that he was attached to the only blacks he really accepted were those in the rap industry. So I knew that he was connected to the rap industry, and I knew that there was certain aspects, certain part of the initiation and association that Dolph and Mo3 would not have been in line with. Now, that's the only part right now that I will say slightly what you're trying to imply is true. The same person that was in office during that time is in office right now. And human trafficking is a part of it, deep down off in there. But the gist of it is the jealousy from CMG. If there was no process of eliminate the competition in Gotti, this wouldn't have happened. And sometimes I believe it started out marketing and then it became personal. I think the rejection made it personal. Hey, Cynthia. Can y'all still hear me? Let me make sure. I'm having such a system issues. And I don't know if I have too much stuff. I need to go in and delete some stuff. Let me see, because I don't even get, it didn't even pop up where it would allow me to set goals. So I know that it's not fully doing what it's supposed to do. But hold on. Try to clear up some space. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that part of it I get. That's kind of how I got involved in it after Mo3's death. That it was just too similar, and it is they both were independent. So that means that they rejected something. They rejected the network. How does that sound? Okay. How does that sound? Yes. They rejected the network. They wouldn't give in. And then Dolph, he was so cold with it. He was so valuable. he had the blueprint on how to make it work without them. And let me say this. If there is the hierarchy, that's how I said it a long time ago, the hierarchy will be, I'm trying to be politically correct, y'all. I may need to leave. That may be too, So when I say the higher ups, even the higher up have somebody that's over them. There's always a creator of it. And that creator is not Black. And when you have someone that is not a team player, how's that? Whoo! I'm trying to be correct, y'all. And the one that's not being a team player is making money without them, and they are not able to get a part of it. And they're not able to stop it because they are brilliant enough to maneuver around them. That is a threat. Because Dolph was so caring, loving, and giving and concerned that he was teaching his team how to get it done without them. Does that make sense? I know what you're saying. Okay. So yes, that is a threat for the whole organization, because that means that one of them are some butts they can't bust. That's money that they don't get a cut of. And then he has the nerve to be telling and teaching and spreading because we preaching that you can't get it done unless you compromise yourself, unless we get some of it. That's their selling pitch. And here you got Dolph saying, "No, fuck that. I know how to get it done on my own, and I won't owe none of y'all nothing, and I can keep my manhood." I don't have to be a part of a network. I have my own network, and I'm gonna teach everybody equally how to get it done. I'm going to. You're not finna ape me or my team. So when I think about it, I mean, and God is saying He wants the whole everybody that Dolph taught or was teaching, that he was schooling how to get it done, millions without them had to go. Does that make sense? And so when I hear Mr. N say, and I know he had some other people in mind when he was saying that there was even Gotti couldn't stop it if he wanted to. Now, when he was on old girl panel here recently, I heard him say Gotti could have gave him a pass. Well, hell, when you was on, see, this is why I pay close attention to people. And I like Mr. N. He's a cute guy. And I do think he knows some things. But when he was on old boy page, Stan G, he said that even Gotti or daddyo, because there was a couple of guys who said it had to go on. So it was basically, he was saying at some point it was out of Gotti's hands. So how can you now say Gotti should have gave him a pass? So which one is it? So when I heard that, I stopped listening. I don't even know what the interview was about, but shout out to her for the interview. I'm sure I'll listen to it one day, but I didn't listen to it. When I heard that, I'm like, whoa. Because what he said initially, that made sense to me. And now it's like he backpedaling. And then how can, oh man, how can Justice for Dolph be pulling in Rock Nation and campaign donations and all of this type of stuff if there isn't a higher political connection? Yeah, you could say that because their mule at that time was Diddy. Their mule this time is Jay-Z. And J. Prince Jr., allegedly. And that's in response to Derek's comment. Let me go get my breakfast for y'all keep me in trouble to start talking too much. I ain't got a super chat or a super sticker. Let me hold my knowledge. Let me hold my tea. I mean, so who? What is going on? They doing more than a break, ain't they? Are they back? Hold on, y'all. Let me hold on, y'all. Let's see what's really going on.
Exhaustion. District leaders addressed that issue on Friday, saying it had nothing to do with AC issues and said. From Kansas City to the capital city.
What is really going on? Now they still out. They are definitely still out. Who, wow, we just can't act right, can we? We just cannot act right, can we? Okay. If y'all have any questions for me, y'all can put it on a super chat, a super sticker. I will be glad to answer or give my opinion. Hit the like button. Yeah, I need 20 likes, please. While we wait to hear what is going on behind the scenes. How did somebody know? Somebody must have leaked some pictures.
The school received a $1 million debt payment. In 2023, the U of M.
Somebody must have leaked. Let me go on Facebook. Let me see. Somebody must have leaked some pictures. Must have leaked something. Something got leaked. And initially they said Dolph family members. And then Aurora said, and the defendants. Oh, shit. They the hitmen. Shit. Mm-mm. They the threat. I'm researching while we waiting on them y'all to come on in. Hey, hi, Latina. I hope y'all can still hear me. It hasn't come back on just yet, but I'm trying to. While we're waiting. Justice for young Dolph. Oh my God. Prayers go out to me, her kids. Everyone that's affected by this. They are not back. Something is really going on, y'all. And true results, and they're trying to sneak a picture. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see his true results, and they're trying to get a picture? Oh, it's coming back, y'all. Or is this just a commercial? Oh, it's just a commercial. Can y'all see True in there trying to get some pictures and got caught? Somebody in there. I can't see you in there trying to get you one. Trying to get what can't nobody else get. I ain't gonna even lie. I can see that one, honey. Sure can. Respectfully. See him trying to get it, baby. An exclusive. I mean, it's been what, 45 minutes? If we're going to have to look at something, I'd rather us look at this. Let me see what else going on. Baby. Y'all, this has never happened like this. It didn't happen like this in the first trial. What the delay is, I don't know. May every hand seen and unseen, whether on trial today or tomorrow, be held accountable for taking the life of only you can give. That's true. May you cover our families' hearts today, tomorrow, and forever. In Jesus' name, amen. That was the message. That's the message at the bottom, y'all. Did y'all hear the message? Did y'all hear that? Were y'all able to hear me when I read the message? Could y'all hear me? My system may be stuck again. Lord, can y'all hear me? Could y'all hear me read it? Let me look at another device. Okay, so y'all heard what Mia J said. Okay. Justice for young Dolph. Black men deserve to grow old. Oh, I hope they do another t-shirt now. Once they do the. Okay, they're coming back, y'all. And is Young Thug back in a civil? Okay, here they come, y'all. Let me see if this angle is going to be better. Let me try this one. And they coming back in.
Let's go back on record.
What's back in session?
Is this better for y'all? Court is back in session. Hi, Latina. Ooh, baby, Stan G was on something on that Real Life Street Stars interview, wasn't he? Baby.
Hernandez Govan,
Can y'all hear that?
Hernandez Govan, he was mastermind of YOUNGDOLPH, unalive. He
You know what I'm saying? And that was real deep, and it was sad in the city. But at the same time, though, you know, people want to hear his voice. So I belong to my channel, you know what I'm saying? Memphis Stan G, my name Memphis Stan G, what a lot of people out there don't know. On my channel, Memphis Stan G, I'm on real street journalism, bro. I bring the real to my establishment, bro. I let them tell their side of the story. And he felt like he had something to say.
And y'all hear that?
So he felt like he had something to say. But when he said what he said, the judge told me he better not say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do no more interviews. You can't do nothing on that level because the interview went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody did a recap on the interview, reaction on the interview, and it went crazy. So the whole city tuned into the interview. You know what I'm saying? It was like back in the days, like I'm one of them guys who like the news. I don't know the news to get these type of interviews, but man, Stan G, there's somebody from the inner city who from Memphis and really been in a struggle in the streets. The news ain't good on that. They ain't good on that. So the judge said like, no, he can't do no more interviews. He can't do no more interviews. No. And if you do another interview, we're gonna lock you up. And you know, Black trying to get $10,000 for interview out of this. Couldn't even go get the bag. Couldn't even get the bag, man. Couldn't even get the bag, man. Oh my! Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real so you know exactly what it is, bro. I can't lie to y'all, man. For real, I can't lie to y'all at all. Big and small, man. You hear me? Yeah, I go down, man. But at the same time, so much goes on in Memphis. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Young Mom. You know what I'm talking about? They just end up getting an indictment in Memphis. And when before they got their indictment,
because Moneybaggyyo.
You know what I'm saying? Everything broke off on the news. Then the news came back. As I said on my YouTube channel, the news came back and said, Young Mom indictment. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BEO. You know what I'm saying? He's straight right now, but stupid dude. And feel like they locked in to a real big indictment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Know them Young Mom brothers. You know what I'm saying? Them Young Mom brothers trying to make it out. Miss society using tool.
Ooh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, this is Cornelius.
Your first and last name.
He got on yellow now.
And for the benefit of our jurors who may be taking notes in our court reporter, could you spell your first and last name?
CORNELIUS SMITH.
And if it's okay, can I call you Cornelius?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Cornelius.
Cornelius Smith has entered the building, ladies and gentlemen.
By the name of Hernandez Govan.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see that individual in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you point to that individual and describe what he or she was wearing?
Man, right here with the white shirt on, black tie, bald head.
And I'd ask if the record reflects that the witness has identified.
Cornelius Smith has identified. Quick.
And
is he swallowing hard, y'all?
how long have you known Mr. Govan?
I met him in 21.
Oh, so he had just met him.
Me in 21, something like that. Like in the middle of 21.
He just met him that year? You lying.
When you met him, under what circumstances were you meeting him?
I met him through an individual named Bobby. Buy pills at the time. I was just buying pills from him.
And would that be Bobby Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were buying pills from Mr. Govan?
Yes, ma'am.
And what
just met him.
And sometimes Percocet pills. Oxycodone.
Would you say, why were you buying pills from him?
Because I popped pills. I was popping pills at the time. And that was my true pill.
Did you have a particular reason why you were popping pills?
I had a lot of stress going on, or whatever. And it was on and off thing anyway, but then I was just back on.
Was there a particular incident that caused you to start?
I had lost my son in 2020, March of 2020, and I just went back on.
You had been on them before?
Yes, ma'am, I had been on before.
And you at some point stopped?
Hey, Miss Tom.
And after your son
got killed,
I'm Lindy.
And that's through that course you got to know Mr. Govan.
Yes, ma'am.
would you meet Mr. Govan?
At first, Bobby started going to get the pills from him, and then, you know, one particular day, Bobby ain't want to go, so, you know, I went and got some from myself.
Okay, and where was that at?
At his home, on Bradley Street, I believe.
How did you know this where he was?
Because I used to be right across the street at Bobby's house, you know what I'm saying, from his house.
When, so you've always gone to Bobby's house?
Yeah, I used to hang out with Bobby.
This is cold. So they ain't been knowing it.
Let's go back to mid-summer, or so however you say it, of 2021, when you first came into contact with Mr. Govan. At what point did the situation change from you, or did it change from you buying pills from him to something else?
Like, I guess after
you need to remove the pole.
Going to buy pills on my own from him, you know, he started asking me that I want to make some money. You know, he knew ways I could get some money.
Soliciting.
Did you want some money?
Yeah, because sometimes I go to him and can I get a couple pills on credit? So, you know, that was when he like, you want to make some money? Like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And why did you need money? Were you working at the time?
Yeah, nah, not really. I wasn't just working like that. I couldn't just keep a job with a pill like that. I ain't glad like that.
Okay. So you wanted money. What did you want money for?
A lot of different reasons. Make sure my children were straight, you know, pop me a couple pills, you know, make sure I was good. A lot of people.
How many children did you have at the time?
I had 5. I got 5 now, but I had 6.
6 altogether.
Yeah, it was after my son got killed. I had 5.
And who is the mother of those people?
Letitia Jackson.
So you wanted money to make sure your kids were okay. You pop a few pills, and you'd be all right.
Yes,
Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
yes, ma'am.
What's your girlfriend name?
Miss Angela.
Miss Angela. Does Angela have a last name? Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, 5 kids, a girlfriend, and a pill head.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And a pill head.
So at some point, Mr. Govan asked you if you wanted to make some extra money.
Make some money.
So he was soliciting.
And how were you supposed to make extra money?
Well, he told me that, you know, it was a little bound on a couple paper I had.
Okay, I ain't understand nothing you said.
It was a hit on, it was a hit at the time on a couple guys in paper I had on paper I had. Whatever.
If you can recall.
Paper I Woo, Young Dolph. I don't know all the names, because I ain't know who they were.
At what point did he mention the actual boundaries, as you say?
One night leaving getting some pills, he mentioned the prices on, you know, who had 50 on his head. Young Dolph had 100 on his head. Somebody had 5 on their head, 10 on their head. He mentioned the prices too.
So it was almost like a catalog. This person costs this much.
Yeah,
this person
telling
costs
us who had the money on their head, who had the most money on their head,
and who had
Young Dolph had the most money on his head.
And he had 100,000.
100,000 on his head.
And when you say his head,
I mean, if you kill Young Dolph, you get $100,000.
okay.
Bubba, is this what you was looking for?
At some point, you will testify that about the shooting of Young Dolph, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Prior to that, were you involved in any other shootings?
One day,
Any other shootings? What?
Hundreds of millions of data points per second.
What?
It alerts you to identity threats you could miss.
the house with me, Bobby, Jesse, and another guy, I don't know the other guy's name. Bobby dropped me off. I get out walking on foot. Paper Raul coming out the house.
Ooh.
He had his gun in his hand at the time. I was walking up the street. And me and him had a shootout or whatever.
Oh,
and
wow.
The gun he provided inside, we had jammed up. So, you know, I had to duck and borrow weed, and Bobby had got to me, got in the car and went back to his house and reported what had happened to him. And he was like, he was glad I ain't get killed that day right there. But Bobby was like, he wasn't messing with this stuff because he was believing what Justin them told him about. We messed it up or whatever. And we didn't have our masks on and all that. So, Bobby
So they was in a shootout with Woo.
Was there an incident with Paper Raul that you were aware of prior to the incident where you were involved?
Nah, I don't know nothing else about, like, no incident with Paper Raul. Just this shootout that I had with him, that's all I know about it. And he was saying that, like, he was going.
Who was he?
Mr. Govan was saying he was going.
Let me stop you. All right. Did you call him Mr. Govan?
Nah, I called him Quick. That's what I knew him.
That was your nickname?
Yeah, Quick.
Would you feel more comfortable calling him Quick?
Yeah, I called him Quick.
Okay.
Quick was saying that he was going to, he would pay by Woo mama or whatever to find out what they be about, you know, play up on the other, find out where, you know, who and them be is so we could reach out and touch them, like, find out where they is.
Was it just he was going to see where Woo was, or was there other Paper Raul?
Any one of them, like Woo, anybody in Paper Raul, he was going to make sure that, you know, he could play because mama liked him, so he was going to try to play their father figure and, you know, find out where they is and make sure we can reach out and touch them.
Set him up.
So from when you met him in midsummer, the shooting with Paper Raul,
He wanted to be a father figure.
I just can't recall, but it wasn't long after I met him though.
It was a couple of days, couple of weeks.
I said a couple of weeks, probably about a month and a half or so. You know, I can't be.
Wow, he wanted to be a father figure to Paper Raul them, so that he would know they were about.
Were you all looking for specific?
Baby, that's why you can't trust nobody.
Whoever we can find. So, you know, at the time like on certain days or what, like, we're doing whatever we can.
In regards to the bounty, were there other conversations about the bounty?
Well, after that incident with Paper Raul or whatever,
Wow, he giving up the cheese. He sure is kind of.
The next day, I pulled up on Quick House or whatever and about some pills. And when I pulled up, it was a truck sitting in front of his house or whatever.
Okay, what kind of truck?
I can't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
Like an SUV truck or F-150 truck?
Like an SUV truck. Okay. But I pulled up and I got out and when he said he was sitting up there with Juke. And he was like, here go a little C right here. You go see right here. So Juke was like, hold up, man. We ain't doing no talking around these phones, you know, take these phones outside.
Who said that?
Juke. Before we got talking.
So he was already working before Juke showed up.
Who was he telling to take the phone?
He tell him quick. Take the phones outside.
And then quit take y'all's phones outside?
Yeah, I gave him my phone. He set him outside on the trail or whatever. And came back in and was like, yeah, this little C right here, this was the one that, you know what I'm saying, shot your woo. And
hold on, you did a whole lot of this.
Well, you know, basically this the one that shot it, woo. And it's one of the ones that I got to, you know what I'm saying, that I got on the business too. And Juke basically like nodding his head like, y'all gonna get y'all money, y'all handle y'all business, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get y'all money.
What was person you decided to describe as Quit? What was Quit saying?
He was just, you know, I was one of the ones that he got on the business that he got to put the work in or whatever.
Okay.
That he hired for the
Because I'm gonna need you to slow that down. He the one that hired on the business to do what now?
To make one of these, get a hit, do the hit.
Oh, do the hit. I'd like to pass you a photograph.
Wow. Already getting good.
Do you recognize the person in that photograph?
Yeah, it Quick and Big Juke.
Okay. Your Honor, if we can
He should have took a plea deal.
Evidence is the next number to see.
No objection. This is a picture of two
Yeah, co-crash out. Yep.
White shirts, t-shirts on that's been described by the witnesses, quickly, big joke. We'll mark this as exhibit.
Your Honor, before we publish, I would simply just ask if you have a time frame with this photo as far as authentication goes.
So let me mark it first. Mark this as exhibit 4 for this hearing.
Do you know when that photo was taken?
He beginning to look like straight drop when he was in court, head down.
Photo simply identified as quick and just
Cause he had already started on the hit before he met
Commissioner Dolph.
Big Juke.
Yeah, I like say that, but the individual.
So why Bobby Carter ain't on trial? If he was in the shootout with Big.
From my end, he's on the right to be there. Right.
So, right. And the individual on the left, who is that?
That's quick.
And Jim is the person. Do you know his government name?
No, now since I've been locked up, Anthony Mills, since I've been locked up.
And Quick, you know it's Hernandez Govan.
Yeah, Hernandez Govan.
At some point, I'm sure you all
Down there here.
changed phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I never had Juke no.
you never had this number?
No, never had no contact with Juke.
Other than that time.
So any conversation about bounties went through Govan, is that
Yeah,
correct?
Govan the one that did all the talk.
Ooh, yeah, he out of here. He should have took that deal.
What name was Quick's saving to your phone?
I hit up on the brook.
Bro? Okay. And how many different?
Bruh, you should have took that deal.
No.
But they were both on your phone as well.
Bruh should have took that deal. That's what Mia J told him.
At some point, there was more information given, I guess, about the bounties. Is that correct?
Yeah, about the balance, it was coming close or whatever.
All right, well, let's back up. Let's
Hi, Sheila.
get back to sometime before it starts to get cool. Go back. Was there another individual that was brought into this? Justin
Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and how did you meet Justin Johnson?
I met him through Quick as well.
At
Oh,
what point did you meet him through Quick?
Like around the time we did that, they hit on paper Raul, and we went and shot at him. Like that was like my first initial meet with him around that time.
And you said you met him through Quick or Mr. Govan. How did you meet him? Describe it.
When they found out that Wu was at the house or whatever, me and Bobby were called, and he called Justin up too. And we all
where's Bobby?
House.
And who was he?
Quick House. We all met up at Quick House. And me and Bobby jumped in one vehicle, and Justin and another guy jumped in another vehicle.
Who was the other guy?
But he was putting you all together.
Yeah,
Who was the other guy?
Put all of together.
Okay, you didn't know Justin before this day.
No man.
Never seen him?
Never seen him. Never met him. Don't know nothing about him.
Who was the other guy that was with Straight Drop?
So, some point we'll get to November, but what was your interaction with Justin over the course from when you met him?
After we did that, and the gun jammed over paper out, Justin then went back and told Quick that me and Bobby so-called messed it up or whatever.
So he a snitch too?
Like,
He told the big man.
Justin them told him we ain't have our masks on. I ain't have my mask.
Govan knew that this was going on. And
Right, he the one gave me the gun to go out there.
He asked if you have a mask.
Right, yes, me. And he was saying like Justin was telling him that we messed it up or whatever, and that's when Bob was like, he ain't doing nothing with nobody, he ain't getting involved in it or whatever, because we believe everything Justin them say. And you know, at that time, we basically telling me like you were Johnson and you were Justin them, and you know what I'm saying? Under the beat, you want to get money. Since Bobby acting like he acting, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you said.
Since Bobby acting like he acting, he told me to get with Justin and them, you know, send
Who was in them?
Oh, Govan told you to get with Justin?
Yeah, Quay told me to get with Justin.
Okay.
Who is in them? Who is them?
What was he telling you to get with Justin?
So we could find one of the any artists to get this money, you know. And
so, what would Govan gain out of you all getting a bounty or get on one of the paper routes?
he was getting a cut out of it. You know, he supposed to got $10,000 for me.
No matter who you hit or if it was.
Nah, young dog, he supposed to get $10,000. I did $100,000. I did $50,000 again. He was getting $10,000.
So throughout the summer, going into the fall, did you and Justin and Govan ever meet?
Yeah, we'll meet up over Quick House. Like, we'll go over Quick House, and that's what we always met up at, over Quick House.
And then what was the purpose of meeting there?
Really, like, we'll meet up over Quick House to talk about a lot of things. Basically, you know, about a bounty on somebody.
Right. I want them to ask, though.
Sometimes we'll watch the games over there. You know, we'll be over there about a lot of things, basically.
But for Govan, you wouldn't have met Justin.
Nah, I wouldn't have met Justin if it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
Bound PRE individuals or rappers, artists. Were you aware that they were down?
No, man. I had no idea.
Beforehand.
Were you aware of who the PRE artists were?
I knew about YOUNGDOLPH. I didn't know about none of these other artists or nothing like that. I had to Google them.
Oh, wow.
I had to Google them. Once he told me, I had to really Google them to find out.
So there would be, like, throughout the summer, you all would meet and he would talk about the bounty.
Talk about the bounty on them. And first, we like, man, I was thinking to myself, it's impossible to get YOUNGDOLPH, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can get no YOUNGDOLPH. But, you know, I was thinking to myself, that was impossible. So, you know, I had to Google the other guys to see who they were.
So, fast forward, let's get to November. It's the week before Thanksgiving. What was going on there?
He was telling us, you know, they got turkey.
Who was he?
Govan, quit. I mean, he was telling us that, you know, they had turkey drive. Each artist had a different day where they were doing turkey drive or whatever. And, you know, that's our opportunity. We can make some shake.
Okay. You said make some shake. What's shake?
Like, try to catch them and, you know, get the money. Do what he don't want
to get paid.
Were you aware about this turkey drive prior to Govan telling you that?
Nah, because I don't know nothing about what paper route do, so nah, I wasn't.
Did you listen to their music before? Or did
I listened to YOUNGDOLPH, but I ain't listening to his artist. I ain't know who his artist was. I listened to Dolph.
So, Govan was telling you about the turkey drive.
Right.
And
just,
I'm sorry.
He was telling me and just.
Were y'all together when he was telling you?
Right, it is out.
It is happening. Did he mention the value? Did he mention the money?
Well, we had already knew the prices on majority of their heads, basically. On everybody that was doing the turkey drive, we had already knew the prices already.
Including Dolph.
Including Dolph.
And
so he didn't know who Marcus was.
November the 16th.
If he didn't know who the artist was, he didn't know who Marcus was. So that's why Marcus was still alive.
Well, he had called me up, came to pick me up. We had went because they had a turkey drive in South Memphis somewhere. And me and him was out, we ran, trying to get one of the artists that day that was doing the drive down there. And as we was out there, I got out of
Oh, he died from who gave him the drugs, Bubba?
Justin was in the car. And he called me and told me that he had got a call that YOUNGDOLPH was at a gas station up the street from where we was at. So I ran back to the truck. And I jumped back in the truck. When we got to the gas station, Dolph was gone. So we rolled around for a minute. Then he dropped me back off at the house. And I laid down that night, and he was like, tomorrow we go back out and see what's up.
So that was not their first day out.
What did you think? Okay, maybe we have a shot at getting Dolph.
Yeah, because we knew he was in town. We knew Dolph was in the city then, and we knew that tomorrow we were full-fledged now. We know we anything in shape right now. We gonna get somebody. We gonna strike. Tomorrow is our day. We gonna strike somebody. We gonna get lucky tomorrow.
And at any point did you all have this conversation with Mr. Govan?
Yeah, we were telling him like we really getting close. We getting fed up playing. We finna get somebody basically. And he was like, y'all do y'all thing. Handle y'all big.
And in return, you all were supposed to, you expected to be getting money stuff.
Right.
Because that's what he promised you.
Right.
So let me ask you also, is one of those, Justin, what did he do for this?
He was a rapper.
At any point, did you all participate in a music video?
Yeah, I was called by Mr. Govan to be in the video because I don't know Justin like that. So I was in the video, but I didn't want to be in it, so I put a mask on my face.
And when was this video shot?
Like in summertime of 21. I can't tell you the exact date, exact month. Like
Derek, you have to send me a message.
Prior to, was that after
it was after that. Yeah, it was after that.
But prior to Dolph.
Dolph, right.
Okay. We have a photograph that is previously been shown to the defense counsel. Do you recognize the contents of that photograph?
Yeah, mine.
And what is that photograph?
It's the photograph of us in front of the house where y'all found the car shooting a rap video.
And who's all in there?
So he was in that video.
Justin, I don't know the other two guys. Hernandez Govan, I'm standing right behind Hernandez Govan with a mask on my face.
Wow.
Yeah, if we could have that photograph in evidence, that's the next one.
Yeah, we never knew that either.
So this is a photograph with 5 individuals in the picture. Mr. Govan with the cap on. The witness described himself standing behind Govan with his mask on. An individual with a red cap on. Is this Justin Johnson?
Yeah, fine.
Justin
Oh,
Johnson
wow.
in the picture with the baseball cap on, holding a stack of money. We'll mark this as exhibit 5 to this man.
Can we just ask when that supposedly was? I think he made
He's
it.
already said he did.
So he doesn't know this one?
Hold on, let's mark this and then you can ask your questions before.
Put it back up.
You want to ask questions?
I asked you again, do you recall when this was taken? Or the video, excuse me, the photograph that you were just looking at, not this one, but the one you just handed to me.
That was the video. I don't know what money was. I don't know like exact time it was, but I know it was sometime.
It was
after the paper I will be. That's all I can say. Like,
And Your Honor, who published the picture? Could you describe for the jury what we're looking at here?
There's a video shoot of us
Cornelius.
at the house across the street from Quick House, across the street, and then they go in the house.
Who is this individual?
I don't know him.
Who is this?
That's just a jump.
Who is this individual?
I don't know who that is.
Who is this?
That's cheesy.
And who is this?
It's me right there.
That's cheesy in
Why did you
between.
have a mask on?
Cause I wasn't part of their little crew, and you know I ain't want to bring no little beef upon myself. He asked me to be quick, and then they go in and ask me to be in the video. That's why I'm standing like right behind him, cause I ain't know nothing about that.
So we're gonna, I know I'm doing some time work. This is summertime, we're gonna go back to November, at this point, November 17th, right? What was going on that morning? What do you recall about that morning? November 17th, 2021.
Well, it was actually my daughter's birthday. I woke up, I had a missed call from Justin Johnson. So, I don't know if I called him back or he called me back, but somehow he got on the phone. We was on the phone, and he was telling me that he was finna pull up on me.
And did you plan to meet him that day?
Before, you know, on the turkey drive, well, now that's when they told us Dolph was at the gas station, but so
They told us Dolph was at the gas station.
So we were gonna get up that day and, you know, try to get to that turkey drive.
So this was Wednesday, would you say? If you recall?
I can't recall.
It was November
17th, my daughter's birthday.
Alright, so.
They told us Dolph was at the gas. It came out.
You receive a call from Justin to when he came to get you?
He was close by, so it was like a couple minutes. Cause he was close by. It wasn't long. He was close by.
And I don't know if I asked you before, but how far from Govan's house to your house? How was that far?
Nah, it wasn't far. A couple minutes. It wasn't far.
So he wasn't far because he came pretty quickly once
He came fast.
Okay. And when he arrived, what type of vehicle was he?
He was in a white Mercedes Benz.
Had you ever seen him in that white Mercedes Benz?
I ain't never seen that car before.
What car would you normally see him
In an SUV, like a white truck or something.
in? And did you ask him why he had this?
I ain't asked no questions. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't asked no questions. I just jumped on in there because I knew we was on a mission.
At this point, had your mission changed to Dolph knowing that he was in town?
Yeah, anybody. At this point, anybody, like in paper, anybody.
So, he picks you up.
He picked me up.
And what floor did he pick you up from?
He picked me up from my pop's house. Once he picked me up, we went back to right in front of Govan, and then they Govan house.
They on Bradley Street.
On Bradley Street.
And when you went back to Govan's house on Bradley Street, what did you do then?
He jumped out the car and jumped and grabbed somebody else's bird truck.
Hi, welcome in. I may get smile. Oh yeah, you get a military discount. Thank you for your service. Most of the time they're face lights.
She's been doing a pretty good job there.
There are a lot of A's and E's, and it's very confusing.
That's why I asked. So the he that jumped out the car, who was the he?
Justin Johnson jumped out the car, and he jumped out the white Mercedes Benz and grabbed something out of his SUV that he had parked by across the street from where his house is, right?
And I didn't ask you. Where is this house?
Across the street from the Hernandez Govan house, where we'll park it or hang out at. We'll park in front of his house and go to his house and hang out. Go to Hernandez Govan house.
Go to he. All right. You park in front of Govan's house.
We park at their house and to go over Mr. Hernandez Govan house and hang out.
All right. So Justin got out of the car. Opened the door or something to the SUV, got something out.
Right.
Did he get back in?
Yes, ma'am. He got back in and we took off.
Okay, do you know what he got out of the car?
No, man, I just can't remember.
Alright. You previously mentioned that you all were kind of on a hunt.
Right.
When you go hunting, you have guns.
Right.
Did you have a gun?
Justin Johnson already had the guns in the car. Prior to me getting in, they was already in the car.
Did you all have masks?
Yes, man, I had my own mask, my own gloves, and Justin Johnson had his own mask and gloves.
At some point, did you put these masks and gloves on?
Yes, ma'am. Once Justin grabbed something out of the white SUV, we proceeded on heading towards Westwood area. And as we got to Lamar Airways at the light, young Dolph come driving by. They come driving across the light. And we spotted the car. We were like, there they go. And we proceeded to trail.
Trail.
The young Dolph.
And what did you do then? Oh, let me ask you, did you make any phone calls?
I didn't make any phone calls at the time.
Did Justin make any phone calls once you all spotted that?
No, ma'am. I don't recall.
Spot Dolph, what did you all do then?
We proceeded to follow them. We followed them. They pulled inside the cookie store. We made the block. And when we made the loop, I jumped out. I spotted Dolph inside the store at first. I jumped out. Just proceeded to shoot inside the restaurant.
I'd like to show you what is previously marked as exhibit number 3. What are we looking at?
It's the Makita Cookie Show shop where young Dolph and them pull it in.
Is that the vehicle that you saw first?
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you at?
By the time we had already, like, we was at the light. We had went down to the light to make the block.
You just from this way, so you're the light coming this way?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you see when he got out, when Dolph got out of the car?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, Quitter's in trouble. But where are the other guys that was with them when they tried to shoot Paper Raul? And Straight Drop was reporting their actions to Quit. Not Big Jew.
See a vehicle coming to the front. What are we looking at here?
That's the white Mercedes Benz we was in.
And were you the passenger or were you the driver?
I was the passenger.
This individual.
That's me. That's me.
And is this
And what took a Straight Drop so long to get out the car?
already in the car with you?
Yes, ma'am.
What took Straight Drop so long to get out the car? I mean, this is crazy. And MONEYBAGYO, he just posted 7 minutes ago. He in LA. He ain't nowhere around getting on Southwest Airlines.
You see another individual that came to the frame, who's that individual?
That came into the frame.
That was on the video. We saw you get out. Get done. Who else was get out of the car?
Oh, they were just jumping.
What were you all planning to do?
Well, once we saw YOUNGDOLPH, we planned to go and kill him. Go and take him out.
So how far from when you saw Dolph on, was it Airways?
Yes, ma'am.
How far from when you saw, how long did it take from once you saw Dolph on Airways to once you actually got out the car and started shooting?
Couple minutes. It wasn't even good 10 minutes. It wasn't 5. It was about 5 at the most for the red lights.
Okay. We'll go back to the videos once technical. Maybe. So in the 5 minutes or so from when you all spotted Dolph's vehicle to when you all started shooting, what did you and Justin say to each other?
We didn't say nothing. It was just like, once we saw him, we didn't say nothing. We knew it would go time. It was just, I knew it would go time. Like, no matter where I go, get it over with now. That's why I jumped out.
Did you have a phone on when you on that day?
Yes, man. I had put my phone in the glove department of the car.
Why did you do that?
So I wouldn't drop it when I jumped out the car or nothing like that.
So did you put it in the glove compartment when you first got in the car or after you saw Dolph?
When I first got in the car, I put it in the glove department.
Let me ask you the location that you all were at, that you shot at Dolph. Was that location here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
You did that. You never worked again? This individual.
It's me.
Okay. What?
Had that car always been there, or did it just pull up? That you all
Yes, ma'am.
We see someone in the frame in the shot coming out and shooting as well.
Yes, ma'am. He had shot back at us, and I actually got hit twice.
Where did you get hit?
I got hit in my arm and on my leg.
Did
Oh my goodness.
you leave there? Hold on, we have another video I'd like to show you the pictures and mark as part of the video. The videos are working. It's a cookie shop that you referred to.
Yes, ma'am.
And could you see who was inside of the cookie store from once you got out of the car?
Once we pulled in, that's when I saw YOUNGDOLPH like close to the glass, like bag up. That's when I saw where he did like location and stuff where it was.
Oh, so Marcus wasn't right there by him.
Is this the person to which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
You shot.
Oh, wow.
Did you show the jury where you shot at?
Yeah, hit my arm.
Marcus jumped right into it.
Now I hit him my leg, straight on my leg.
Narration. What did you all do?
Once we left the cookie shop, I was telling Justin I was hit. He like, I'm hit too. He was driving, Justin was driving at the time, so I was asking him, is he okay? So running to now. We went back to the house in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan house, and I jumped out the Mercedes Benz and jumped into the Suburban truck.
Head down.
Mr. Justin,
let me stop. When you all were planning to get hits on any of the PRA guys, and then even once you saw Dolph, you had a plan as to what you were going to do after.
not necessarily. We was going back because we ain't know.
He cooked y'all.
Ain't nobody know we gonna get shot.
You didn't plan on getting shot.
Nobody. That wasn't part of the plan.
Had you not got shot, was there a plan in place?
We probably would have just took the car back, jumped in another car, went and burnt the car up, something like that. But we both got shot or whatever, and I was bleeding tremendously bad. We took the car back in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan, across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. And we jumped in the truck. We were trying to get cleaned up, so we were trying to find somewhere for us to go.
Who was he?
Justin.
Justin was trying to. You have to hit Dolph.
Yes, ma'am.
Hit Dolph. You go back where? You go to the.
We go across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. We swap vehicles. This when I went too fast. This when Justin was trying to find somewhere for us to go. But he had FaceTime Juke first, and then let him know he was spelling out Dolph. And then
when you said he was spelling out Dolph,
like jailhouse, D, jailhouse.
In American Sign Language, he was showing Dolph?
Nah, it's different. It's different.
Okay, some more. Okay, some more.
He was telling him that there was our work basically. We went there to clean up or whatnot, and we had called Mr. Hernandez Govan because I had left my phone in the car too. And he was like, man, y'all, like, you know, y'all saw in the video, dude came to get shooting, so the glass was shattered. So when we got out, when I got out the car in front of the house, the glass had shattered on the floor. So he was like, man, y'all got shit here. Well, basically, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got all these
Govan was saying it
to us. Yeah, we had the glass and shit in the street.
so he knew it, y'all.
Yeah, he knew it was us. He knew it was us. So I was like, man, get my phone out the car. I like, get my phone out there. Meet me where I get my car wash sheet. So I was like, all right, bitch, say no more. So we cleaned up in Whitehaven. Once we cleaned up in Whitehaven, I had to call my girl.
Hold on. You called your girl. But the apartments, you said they were 2 lane. Are they known by any other name?
Yo, I know about 2 lane.
It's been 2 lane apartments.
Yeah, 2 lane.
Where were they at?
In Whitehaven, off Sherwood Drive, in 2 lane.
Yeah, ain't that 2 lane? What else happened in 2 lanes? Something else happened.
Fingers crossed the videos are gonna work this time.
Yeah, that
You previously looked at
something else happened in the 2 lane apartments.
It would be the Gospel Garden apartment.
Okay, it was a shooting. Gospel Gardens. Okay.
But it's video of you arriving and video of you living. All right, if I could pass forward.
Ooh-wee.
What do you call it?
Oh, it's the clip that you had shot. That video was leaving the ball.
And how do you know that that's the clip?
Because I had an initiative as I was watching.
Your Honor, we can have it and it's evidence as the next one.
This is a brown envelope which contains a zip drive, video clips from Haven Court arriving and leaving. We'll mark this as exhibit 6.
Now, I'm gonna ask for permission to publish with fingers crossed, but you can actually publish it.
Oh, this ain't gonna take long. This will be done in a couple of days.
Yes, ma'am.
I say you all, I mean you and just.
Me and just, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, is that same white SUV for Juke? Did it have a sunroof?
Who are we seeing here?
It was me and Justin getting out the truck. It was me on the driver's side, my shirt up because I.
Once you're inside, what do you all do?
He had called somebody.
Who's he?
Justin had called somebody from a wound kit or whatever. A wound kit from Walgreens, so I could clean up. We both could clean up or whatnot. Like I said, I had called my girl to come get me.
Who's your girl?
I had called my girl to come get me, and we also contacted Mr. Hernandez Govan. And I was telling him to get my phone in my car, and that's when he was telling me. Out their car, yeah.
A white
Mercedes. And that's when he was telling me to beat him where he get a car wash.
And where did he get home to get his car wash?
Pressure word.
And how did you know that's where he gets his car wash?
Because I had been up there with him before he get a car wash.
Not sure if you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the polls. President Trump responded and says Fox News polls.
My girl got me people.
What are we looking at here?
Other than me, out, he getting in the white SUV, and I'm walking to his uncle the truck. Get in.
You call your girl, Miss Anderson?
Nah.
What did you call her?
Oh, baby.
Okay. Got any baby shirt? Have y'all left at this point?
No, ma'am.
Why hadn't you left?
I was actually waiting on Justin to pull out, so we could pull out at the same time. That's Justin walking up to the truck with me and Uncle was in. I was waiting on him. I told her not to pull off until he pulled off.
Why didn't you want to pull off before he pulled?
Because I know we just did the hit, so it was really like, looking out for him at the time. And then we both were shot. Well, he was straight, but I was shot. So I just really made sure he pulled out.
Justin, I know you used his phone for when you were calling quick. Over the course of the summer, you all getting to know each other. Did you have Justin's number?
Well, along the way, that's when Hernandez Govan was like, y'all just swap out numbers, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he gave me, Hernandez Govan gave me just the number.
And what do you have the number that Govan gave you? Say it.
For Justin?
For Justin, yes.
Little bro.
The brother and little bro.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Justin have more than one number?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
Did Justin come back out?
Yes, ma'am.
So see, the vehicle just been leaving, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that white vehicle, and this is me and Angela leaving right here. This-
And it's Angela driver.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Taylor, I think this is a good place for us to stop for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, don't speak to each other about the proof you've heard thus far. We've got a little ways to go. Eat your lunch, enjoy your lunch, enjoy your break, and we are going to start back.
Let me reboot. Contact my carriers. Let me reboot. Contact my carrier. See why I keep buffing, and I'll be 2:15. Bye.